Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time this is more of a revision to a ROM which has been available for ages. Now this is called AOKP ROM. You guys know this ROM. If you don't, you are really new to the Android scene. So let's get into the ROM now. Now this one, what I'm running is the AOKP nightly, released on 6th April. So this is probably the latest one by your watching. So you have a lot of options here. Now the main thing I want to highlight is that the previous version, which I made a video of, had a lot of incomplete settings menu. Now this has been fixed in this, like the navigation bar. You had all the option about the navigation bar, but you didn't have the option to enable navigation bar, which is of course a huge oversight. Now it all has been fixed up, and all the options are now working correctly, so it's really cool. Let's get into the settings now. First of all I would like to mention that this one, cell broadcaster, this has to go, because this one is just another scam pod. You can see it's just a lot of just gibberish stuff there. Let's get into the settings now. First of all, in the about phone page, you can see AOKP. It is AOKP ROM. It is based on the KitKat version. Kernel is Omni kernel. Okay, AOKP version is nightly 6, so you can see it is Android Open Kang project, so that's really cool. You have a lot of options there. That's pretty much it from the about phone. Also AOKP statistics, you can enable statistic reporting, kind of similar to what the CyanogenMod mod is doing, so you have that. Now let's get into the options. Now here is the main cherry on top. This is the ROM controls, where everything is there. Now first of all, you get the website, the code review Garrett, join them on IRC, and mGarrett dynamic changelog. You can view them from here. The Kanglings, whatever, these are the developers for or the AOKP ROMs, so you can donate to them. You can go to their GitHubs, whatever you want, you can get access from here. So this is the first page, that is about. Let's go to the general setting. Now in the general setting, you can see recent RAM bar. You can enable or disable recent RAM bar in the recents menu. Also wake up on charger, so if you are plugging in or plugging out a charger, you can enable this to have the screen turned on. Let me show you guys the recent RAM bar, which is this one, which it does kind of require some time of using it again and again. So you can see the RAM is 233 megs free. Well, for a KitKat ROM, that's not very good, right? So yeah, that's something which you have to live with, because AOKP isn't very much a RAM efficient ROM either. So yeah, that's the thing there. Let's go to the other settings. Lock screen. Now first of all, lock screen background, you can select your own background. Volume rocker wake, you can use the volume rocker instead of the power button to wake up your phone. Volume music control, which is a really useful feature if you are if you're someone who uses music a lot. Transparent lock screen, you can enable transparent lock screen, and it is really cool. So you can see it is transparent right now, you can see right through it. Minimize lock screen challenges, that's why you were seeing the lock button here rather than the normal thing, which is now this one. You can see it is now working. Battery arc handle is a small indicator on the battery bar. You can see the green bar, that is the battery level indicator, so that is really cool. Status bar. In the status bar, you have status bar brightness slider. You can slide the status bar for the brightness slider. If you have it, enable the automatic brightness indicator function. Double tap sleep is available from a lot of options. USB debugging notify. IME switcher, that is a keyboard option. Vibrate on expand, show notification count, which gives you a number on there, so that is really cool. So in the clock setting, you have AM PM style. You can have a small AM PM indicator like that, or in the clock style also you can have center clock, day of the week, which can be a small one or a large one. Date, small date, you can have that even, so that is really cool. And also clock color, you can customize the clock color. Right now it is white. You can customize it for your whatever you want. Battery status icon, you can have battery bar percentage, battery bar, battery circle, or battery circle with percentage, whatever you want. You have a lot of options in there. Show battery percentage, right, like that, you can have that. Indicate charging, if you are charging, it will give you a small of sort of a color changed animations and stuff like that. You can even hide the battery icon if you don't want to see that. If you want to just a clean interface, you can hide everything, so that is there. Show signal text, you can have signal text instead of the bars. You can also hide the signal bars. Show network speeds, these are available on in all the other ROMs also. Let's get into the other one. Toggles. Now toggles is something of a special thing in AOKP ROMs because it has a lot of options. Let's get to what all the toggles available. All of these toggles are available, and these are fairly unique toggles which other ROMs does not have, so that is really cool. The clock option is especially true. It's a really cool toggle. You can see I have just enabled clock. You can see the clock toggle is enabled now. It is showing the correct time, 1:23 right now, so that is really cool. The configuration option, you can toggle the styles. You can have tiles, which you saw right now. You can have traditional pull down, which is this one. You can have this, or you can click this to get that off, or you can have a scrolling style, which is pretty cool. Tiles is something which I like. Toggle per view, so you can have the styles. You can have 4 tiles per view per row, so that is really cool. It is available with slim style, toggle venue, etc, etc. You have a lot of options there. Collapse shade on toggle click, etc. Enable fast toggle default behavior, so it overrides that. Swipe to switch, which is really cool. You can swipe the entire area to switch to the toggle menu, tiles menu, so you can have that. Location mode for toggles all, so you can have a lot of options from there. What else do we have now? That was the toggle section. Hardware keys. Now you can, this is something which I really appreciate. I normally change from rotation locked to not locked probably the like 4 or 5 times during the day. Now this is really functional. Now right now the rotation lock is disabled, so it does rotate, right? You can just smash both the volume buttons twice. Now rotation is locked. Now it will not rotate. You don't have to go through any interface, or you don't have to go through any settings for that to function. You can just click it again, and now it works again. That is pretty much an awesome feature. I really appreciate that. I really like that even. So that is cool. Menu power button. So in the power menu, you can select what all appears right now. Reboot is the only one which will appear. Reboot and airplane mode. You can enable immersive mode or screenshot mode, so you can enable that from there, so that is really cool. Now this is navigation bar. Navigation bar, as I've said, is was there from the very beginning for a KitKat bar. This option was not there. Now you can enable with this touch, so it is now there. You can select the navigation bar height. You can make it smaller. Width also you can make it smaller. You have a lot of options with it, so that is really cool. Navigation ring comes in conjunction with this. Sound is another one. Safe headset volume, you can enable or disable that. That's really cool. I normally keep it disabled because I don't want the annoying notification. Volume adjust sound, you can have that, so it will give you the click, which I'm sure you don't hear that. Installer. Okay, now enable persistent, so it will give the DPI setting persistent across all installs. So when you're installing something, so that is there. Persistent LCD density, that was what I was talking about. Persistent host file also, so you can have that enabled, so that is really cool. Let's get into the other settings now. Ribbons, one of the best feature about AOKP, you do have ribbon setting here, so you can enable or disable whatever ribbon you want. You have to enable from here, and then you can see this is the ribbon, so you can populate it with whatever you want. You can have back, you can have app window, which is a really useful function, which is this one. So here I have enabled the left side ribbon. App window is a really cool feature. It gives you access to all your apps from anywhere you want, so that is something which is going to be helpful for a lot of people, so that is really cool. So yeah, ribbons are working. Of course, it does have left ribbon, right ribbon, lock screen ribbon. It gives you a ribbon on the lock screen. Window setting, now the window color, animation type, etc, etc. You have a lot of options there. Now just enable ribbon. I would probably use the right side ribbon rather than left side ribbon, because a lot of the newer apps use this kind of a layout with swipe from left will give you the settings menu. So yeah, that's something there. Animations have been around with AOKP for a long time. It's one of the best features of this. You can change all the animations, everything from the opening up, closing up, to moving to other windows, etc, etc. You have a lot of options there. You have to tinker with it, and yeah, that's something there. Let's go to the LED settings. Now in the LED setting there is only one option. You can enable or disable the charging LED function. So when your phone is charging, it will show normally a yellow or whatever the charge of the phone indicates, that yellow, green or red. So you can enable that or disable that, so that's up to you. That is it in the ROM control option. The other options are fairly similar to whatever other ROMs can offer. So you have in the advanced setting, HSPA setting, you can enable that or disable that. Screen, the saturation, etc, LED fading or blinking, you can select that. Haptic feedback strength, something which I use often, so you can have that. Pretty cool. All of these are really awesome features. The theme section, it does have themes available. You can enable AOKP KitKat White. Right now you can see it's not the normal KitKat theme. All the lines and all are blue. That means it's not the original one. You can change it to KitKat White, which is really cool. It does work out pretty good. Now it's real KitKat option, so you can see that, so that's really neat. Rest of them are similar to what you will expect out of any other ROM, so nothing's fancy here. It's all working pretty cool. It does have the app ops, which you can use to change the permissions and etc, so you can have that, so that is really cool. Now again, just don't give any permission to this thing. Just post notification, just turn it off. You will not have that anymore, so that's really cool. So yeah, I guess that much is it in the options menu. Let's see what all others are available. Now these are the apps with which are available at the start. The camera is the normal CM camera, which is, well, yeah, it's not a very good one either. You don't have many options. It's not very good. So yeah, just flash the package which is available so that you can have a better camera. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is really cool. So here is the boot animation, which is the Google Nexus style boot animation. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Again, it's one of the guru ROMs, so you can't go wrong with this ROM in any circumstance. So that is the best thing about the ROM. So I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys liked the video. Please share, subscribe and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.